The science of falling in love. What if I told you that falling in love isn't just poetry, destiny, or coincidence, but chemistry? Beyond the wrong songs, romantic movies, and dramatic proposals, love is actually the result of complex biological processes happening inside your brain and body. That rush you feel, the butterflies, the obsession, the calm sense of attachment, none of it is random. It's science. In this video, we're going to break down what really happens in your brain when you fall in love step by step. And by the end, you'll understand why love can feel addictive, overwhelming, comforting, and even painful. Let's start with the brain. When you fall in love, several key areas of your brain activate. One of the most important is the hypothalamus. This tiny but powerful structure triggers the release of dopamine, often called the feel-good chemical. Dopamine is associated with reward, motivation, and pleasure. It's the same chemical released when you achieve a goal, eat your favorite food, or win something exciting. That's why being around someone you're attracted to can feel euphoric. Your brain literally treats them like a reward. At the same time, something interesting happens to serotonin levels. As dopamine rises, serotonin often drops. Low serotonin levels are linked to obsessive thinking. In fact, studies show that people in early-stage romantic love have serotonin levels similar to those with obsessive-compulsive tendencies. That explains why you can't stop thinking about them, why you replay conversations in your head, why you check your phone every 5 minutes. It's not just romance, it's neurological. Another key player in falling in love is a substance called nerve growth factor, or NGF. Research suggests NGF levels increase in people who are newly in love. Higher NGF levels are associated with emotional intensity and excitement. Interestingly, these levels tend to decrease in long-term relationships, which may explain why early passion feels so different from long-term stability. Now let's talk about attachment. As a relationship deepens, two powerful hormones become more dominant: oxytocin and vasopressin. Oxytocin is often called the bonding hormone. It's released during physical touch, hugging, and intimacy. It creates feelings of trust, connection, and emotional closeness. Vasopressin plays a similar role, particularly in long-term commitment. Studies on animal behavior have shown that vasopressin influences pair bonding and loyalty. When these hormones increase, love shifts from passion to attachment. This is why long-term love feels calmer but deeper, less fireworks, more foundation. Another fascinating shift happens in the amygdala, the brain's fear center. When you're in love, activity in the amygdala decreases. That means fear and social judgment are reduced. You literally become less critical and less guarded. This is why people often overlook flaws early in love. Your brain is temporarily turning down your internal alarm system. At the same time, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational decision-making, becomes less active in early attraction. That's why love can feel irrational. Your brain is prioritizing emotion over logic. Now let's talk about the body. Physical attraction isn't just about appearance, it's also about biology. Your brain subconsciously evaluates things like scent, voice tone, facial symmetry, and even body language. There's evidence that humans are attracted to partners with different immune system genes, which may increase the chances of healthier offspring. Even subtle factors like pupil dilation can signal attraction. When we're interested in someone, our pupils widen slightly. It's automatic. Then there are erogenous zones. Certain parts of the body are especially sensitive to touch because they have more nerve endings or stronger connections to pleasure centers in the brain. Lips, neck, ears, and even the lower back can trigger emotional and physical responses because of how they're wired neurologically. But here's something deeper. Love is not just chemistry, it's also psychology. Your attachment style, formed in childhood, influences how you experience romantic love. If you grew up with consistent care and emotional safety, you're more likely to form secure attachments. If your early experiences were unpredictable, you may lean towards anxious or avoidant attachment patterns. That means falling in love doesn't just activate chemicals, it activates old emotional patterns. Love can feel intoxicating because your brain treats it similarly to addiction. Dopamine pathways involved in romantic attraction overlap with those involved in substance use. That's why heartbreak can feel physically painful. The reward system loses its source. Brain scans of people experiencing rejection show activation in the same areas as physical pain. Love and loss are deeply biological. But here's the beautiful part. Long-term love changes the brain too. Couples in stable, loving relationships often show increased activity in brain regions associated with empathy and emotional regulation. Love, over time, can literally make you more compassionate and resilient. So, what does all this mean? It means falling in love is not weakness. It's not irrational fantasy. It's one of the most powerful biological and emotional experiences humans are wired for. It begins with dopamine-driven excitement. It evolves into oxytocin-based attachment. It quiets fear, lowers defenses, and rewires your priorities. And while chemistry sparks love, choice sustains it. Because after the initial rush fades, what remains is communication, trust, shared values, and intentional effort. Love may start in the brain, but it grows through behavior. So the next time you feel butterflies, obsession, comfort, or even heartbreak, remember this: your brain and body are doing exactly what they were designed to do. Love isn't magic. It's biology meeting emotion. If you found this breakdown fascinating, like this video and subscribe to Happy Inspired Me for more deep dives into psychology, relationships, and human behavior. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.